One other thing I wanted to do was, let's change over to the next topic here. I wanted to create a root CA locally, a local root CA, and then use it as a server. So one of the problems is when you're building apps and you want to run an app locally, and since HB2 and HB3 are like more, now what we're going to do is I wanted to do one last thing, because there's this tool called mkcert that lets you create your own CA locally. And one of the problems is when you have a local web dev server and you want to do some testing, but you want to do it through HTTPS, you'll see like the warning from Chrome. It's like, warning, this is an insecure, unverified certificate. So I wanted to see if we can bypass that screen and create a local CA. I don't know if it's possible, but there is a tool called mkcert, I think something, let's actually call it mkcert. Yeah, here we go, mkcert. And then I wanted to use this and to see if we can actually make it work the way we wanted to. Tool, fixing mkcert warning by providing CA cert to browser, like leaving the key in the lock after locking it. Yeah, it is. It basically is, but you only want to use it when you're testing locally. You won't want to put this into a production environment. The other thing I wanted to do today was get mkcert working, and I wanted to make sure that we can get our root certificate installed, a certificate authority installed, and be able to run a localhost server without getting that warning that you get from Chrome when you run a local dev server. You a whole bunch of questions, and I really wanted to get to the mkcert, but you got me really excited. Thing I wanted to do, I want to get to this final topic here, of mkcert. That's the one thing I wanted to do, was get the mkcert. I want to make, this is the last thing I got to do, and then I got to go back to work, because I've got some other like actual day tasks to do. Let's get mkcert install. I want to get this running, create a local cert, and then I want to run a web server off of it. And so like this, for example, see how it's got this green, you've got this green box here, this green lock box. That means that you've created a cert that is that you can use to run locally on your own laptop without getting that warning from Chrome saying, hey, this is an unsecured blah, blah, blah. You can't use this, that sort of situation. So actually, let's do that real quick. Let's get that up and running. So I've got a dev server that I run in Docker that I use just to do this. So what I want to do is get that up and running, and I want to show you that warning message. Let's get that warning message up on the screen first real quick. So let's get off of the topic of network snooping. And then we're going to do root CA locally. So we're actually on topic now. We're actually on topic. Here we go. All right. Let's get that. Okay. So we're going to do roots. We're going to do root CA now. So I've got somewhere. Let me grab that. I'm going to hide my screen really quick so you can't see what I've got. I'm going to hide my screen. Let me pull up my server. And then where did I put that? Where did I put it? Okay, I've got it. Okay. Then I'm going to CP. Do I have Docker running? I need Docker. I'm popping open Docker really quick. We're going to make this happen. It's going to happen. So we're going to get our Docker file, and we're going to go to, we're going to make a new directory. We're going to call it mkcert. Or make cert. There we go. Let's see here. Desktop. There we go. All right. There we go. Now I'm going to copy over Docker. CP Docker to our new directory. All right. And then I'm going to show you screen again. So here we go. CD mkcert. Or make cert. Here we go. Excellent. Let me get that screen going. Now I'm going to bring back the screen so you can see. There we go. lsfi. Wait. Actually, I don't know what's in the Docker file. One second. Looks good to me. Oh wait, we were missing something. Okay, I need to get. I'm missing a file. I need to grab that file real quick. CP. Let me grab that file. Projects. Generate. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. So we got our generate file, which what happens before is we use OpenSSL to generate an XO59 or 509 cert using Python. Oh, so we've got 3 files. We've got, here we go. So we've got our Docker build and run command. We've got our cert generation command. And then we've got basically a Docker file that's going to, it's going to expose. Oh wait, we also need, I'm constantly missing things. There's one more piece. There's one more thing I need. I need this server.py, I think. And what that server.py is, it's going to load the cert, the cert that I created with OpenSSL, and it's going to serve static files. So here is my Python sort of static file server. It lets me run HTTPS on port 4443 locally on localhost, and I load my cert and my key, and then it starts serving. And so that's what I do with my Docker file. So I've got my Docker file here that does that. And what it does is it needs to, where is that? So it needs to, so I'm using this -v to get local. I need to change that really quick so that way we get it into the right directory. So pwd source. I think just the pwd is fine, and then we can say root websites, and then we also want. Do we also want web server? Web server? Yeah. Or I guess what we could do is we could just keep it like this, and then just make a source directory. That's actually a good idea. Let's do that real quick. Let's open that up. Okay, we're doing one last thing before we call success today. We were looking, we're snooping on our phone's traffic, but now we want to get a root CA running on our local dev environment, so we don't have to worry about those annoying Chrome alerts when you're trying to access your local host server that says this is an insecure website. Yeah, I know it's insecure, but it's running locally. Let's see here. Oh, invalid direct. Oh, wait. Oh, ls. Okay, mkdir. Oh, we have a web server there. So let's cp server pi into web server. Cp generate into web server. Okay, what else do we need? I think that's it. Let's do start again. Start. Okay. And it should work this time. Is it working? Is it going to work? It worked! Success! We're going to open this HTTPS 44443 in a web browser. Here we go. And what you're going to see is 4443. It's going to say, uh-oh, you can't do that, I think. Yep, see? Here we go. This is the thing that I want to get rid of. Right here. This is the thing. In order to get your local web server, it's really annoying. You always have to say, this back to safety. It's like, oh, no. Or you could click advanced and click proceed. But here we go. We've got the screen that we want to get rid of. So in order to do that, we can use this thing called mkcert, I think. Right? So you can brew install mkcert, which I think I already did. Let me double check. Let's see here. Okay, brew install mkcert. I'm pretty sure I already have it installed. Let me see here. Is that the right way to install it? Yeah, brew and install mkcert. I'm pretty sure. Let's just double check that I have it installed. You know what? I could have just run the mkcert command, mkcert. Yeah, I already downloaded. Okay. So if you're on a Mac and you want to get mkcert, you just brew install mkcert. If you're on Linux, you can do apt or yum or whatever your package library is. Or you can build from source. And with Windows, you can use Cocoa. Oh, that's kind of neat. Or Scoop. Neat. Okay. So they've got a lot of different installation capabilities. All right, so let's do mkcert install. You know what I think this is going to do? I think this is actually going to install like just a generic root CA on our system. Oh, that's what it is. It's going to, okay, I get it. It's going to actually install a CA onto our system's trust. That's how it's going to do it this whole time. And so when we make a cert, it's going to use the CA that it generated, the root CA that we have on our, well, not the root, but a CA that's good. Okay, so we've got. Let's do this. We're gonna install mkcert CA. Here we go. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make it happen. And what this is going to do is it's probably going to ask me for some permissions. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it was going to do that. Let's type in those passwords really quick. Just double check. What is this? Which one? What system am I on? I need to remember what the password is. I'm installing a CA onto my local store. Okay. 1 second. I just need to type in some secrets. I need to type in some passwords here, so I'm keeping the screen hidden for a second. Okay. There we go. I think it worked. All right, let's bring it back. Okay. The local CA is now installed on the system. Warning. This util is not available, so the CA can't be automatically installed in Firefox. That's fine because we're using Chrome. To install this utility with brew. Oh, okay. And then rerun mkcert. I think we're good to go. Okay. So we've got our mkcert. We've got this cert installed. It's locally installed in our system trust. And now we can make a cert. Let me double check. The cert we need to make a cert. Created a certificate valid for the following names, including local. What we're doing right now is we're trying to get rid of this warning on the screen when you're accessing localhost. I'm trying to get rid of this. We're almost done. All we have to do is get this. I'm going to get this warning off the screen. So we get this warning here, and I want it gone. I don't want to see it. I just don't want to see it. It'd be very nice to not have to see that warning. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of this privacy warning. So in order to do that, we have to do one more thing. We have to say mkcert, I assume. We are currently getting rid of this error here on the screen. Because you'll see this error all the time. Whenever you're accessing a local development environment, you also typically would want to do it through HTTPS. And the problem is you don't have a certificate authority that the browser can validate through a certificate that you generate. And so in order to do that, you need to install a CA onto your local store trust. Jumping back into this really quick. All I have to do now is make a cert. I don't need it for example.com. I just need it for localhost. So let's do that really quick. Okay. We did it. Okay, I think it's good. Certificate is localhost pim and pim. Okay. So we've got this. Hold on, web server. We've got a key and okay. So what we need to do, actually, you're talking about vibe coding. What are you doing in this live? So what we're doing right now is we're going to get rid of this error because we installed a CA on our local store, our local trust store using mkcert, and then we generated a new cert using mkcert, using the CA that we installed. So that now when we host a server using this certificate, our errors will go away and we'll see a nice green lockbox there instead of a warning message. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Let me see if there's any extra fun bits here. Is there a way to output different kinds of files? Like, can I do an X509, for example? So that way I can keep everything the same. Let me see. 509. Is that on the page? No. Okay. That's fine. So I need to update the web server that I'm using, which is just a simple Python server, to host files. And then when we have that, all we have to do is, so here's what we're going to do. So we have it running here. I'm just going to close that really quick. ls. So we've got a localhost cert and a key, but we've got cert and a key. Maybe what we can do, I'm actually kind of curious. Maybe this is we already have what we need. So let me double check here. Let me see here. Vi localhost 2.pim. Okay, so this is what our cert looks like. And then let's compare that to the other hosts. Here we go. Those look kind of the same, don't they? They look very similar. End certificate. Okay. So all I have to do is probably copy this file into this one. So let's give that a shot. Let's do that really quick. And then let's see here. So cp localhost.pem, and then we'll send it to the web server to localhost.cert. And then we will do, I think there is a -key, and we'll do web server localhost.key. I think that's it, right? Let's just double check. Localhost key. Oh, well, it's too late now. It's too late now to compare. Okay. So I should be able, let me double check by generate. We need to not generate the cert anymore. Okay. And then that's the generate by start. Okay. I think now what we can do is we can just start Docker again. Is it going to work? I don't know. I have no idea if it's going to work or not. No, did it generate another cert? Oh, because I rebuilt it. Darn it. Hold on. Well, actually, let's just see if it works. I don't think it's going to work. I really don't think it's going to work because it just regenerated again. So we're going to see the error still. We're still going to see the error, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we still see the error. So I need to rebuild the Docker image. Start. We have to rebuild. We have to rebuild it. So that way we don't regenerate. But you know what? It shouldn't regenerate. Web server. Let's see here. Current time. Yeah. Well, see, I still think it's generating. Let me double check. Start. Let's start it again. So if it is generating, here. Is it generate? I don't know. I don't know if it is or we're almost done. Once we have this and we have the certificate installed and it works and we don't see this error message, then we're good to go. And then we did it and we win and we can finish and we're done for the day. Go. So this is our server, launch a server, load the certificates, and then serve. See here. cp localhost.pem into web server, I think .key, and then we do the same thing, localhost. Oh wait, no, we did it the wrong way. That needs to be cert. Okay, and then key will be this file. I think, hopefully, we'll see. Web server localhost.key. Okay, is it going to work? I don't know. I really don't know if it's going to work or not. Because we're doing some weird things. Okay, it shouldn't generate. We shouldn't see a whole bunch of plus and minuses on the screen. Okay, here we go. It didn't crash. It didn't crash. So I think we're good. All right, let's find out. Let's open up a new window. Is it going to work? It worked. It worked. Success. We did it. Look at that. We did it. Isn't that cool? Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Oh, that is so cool. We did it. Localhost secure connection. Connection is secure. Your information, you've chosen to turn. Okay, yeah, we did it. The certificate is valid. Look at that. Wow. Oh, I didn't see any special secret things. Yep. No, we don't. Like, isn't that cool? Yeah. Tag Ryan, we did it. We succeeded. We no longer have to see this annoying warning message when we have our dev server. Isn't that cool? Look at that. We did it. So if you want to use mkcert to get rid of these annoying error warnings, that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. You just install mkcert, and then run mkcert install. Right. Hooray! We did it. That's how we do it. Mkcert install, and then you mkcert, and then we just only did localhost because we don't need anything. So that leads, so we did it for the day. We were able to eliminate this error message by using mkcert, installing a local certificate authority, in our secure store on our local laptop. So that means we've become our own certificate or CA, certificate authority. We did it. I was kind of worried that it wasn't going to work, but it worked. It definitely worked. And so it was pretty straightforward-ish. And we weren't quite sure what files needed to go where because you've got, your cert, your PEM, and your key, and you've got the certificate authority that needed to be installed on our local system to allow Chrome to eliminate this error message, right? We don't want this error message. And then we got this hello, which is our essentially index.html file that we have here by source index. So we've got this hello file, and now we can load it without having to worry about it. So like, for example, otherwise we'd get this error message. And so we did it. We succeeded. So we win, and that means that we can end the stream because we succeeded in our objectives using mkcert